Hey. Ah. There we go. It's your girl Vanessa Smiles, and we are live on the Smile 69 Network Show. And today's topic is going to be called Pretty Hurts. Yes, this is Loud Ass Spin is right behind me. I'm so sorry, Logic. And we're not going to do a Teddy Riley today, but we are going to be talking about how pretty has hurt, how pretty is difficult to maintain, the triumphs of women pulling off pretty. Okay, we're going to be talking about Gina too. We're going to be talking about Cubana Lust and a young lady who got flued out and sent to the airport. Salute to Mr. Jones 169 in the building already. He says, "Good evening, queens and kings in the queens in the panel." Sorry, and to everyone in the chat as well. Salute to all. Steph Got Jokes says, "Salute to everyone." Yes, salute to you too, Steph Got Jokes. And we will be back in just a moment. See you in a bit. Okay, 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 okay. Oh shit. I will eventually get it together, you guys. It will eventually all come together like butt cheeks do. Butt cheeks always come together. That's how this show is going to work.
Where's Priscinda and where's Ruby?
Ruby is she I think she's finding a place to park. Yeah, because this is live breaking news. Breaking news. Okay, let's bring everybody in. Hello, ladies. How are you guys doing?
Hi.
Hey
Hello.
everybody.
Hi, all.
Now I see you.
All the gorgeous ladies. Hi.
Hi.
How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling?
I'm
Wonderful.
feeling
Thanks for
rushed.
asking.
You say you feel
Good,
rushed,
good.
Lucinda?
I'm just messy today. Just, hey.
You and I too. Why?
Mhm.
That's exactly where I am. Oh my
But we're
God,
here.
today's
Hey, Carol
and you
Joy.
know, oh,
Party.
California knows how to. Oh shoot, we got some other people in the room. Shout out to Miss Ravioli in the building. She says, "Hello, hello, hello, everyone." Yes, hello to you, Miss Ravioli.
Hey.
Also, Mr. Jones was now. He says, "What's up, steps?" And then everybody else in the chat room is listening. So yes, so today I really, really wanted to get into some things, right? So my inspiration for the show actually came from Beyonce's new album because there's been so many talks about different women who've been controversial with the past couple of days, and Beyonce is one of them. And but this song is not on her new album. This is like an old song that she had where she was like, "Pretty Hurts." We shine the light on whatever's worst. And I wanted to start off like, what's something that's the worst about y'all that y'all always highlighting? That you're like, oh, I hate this about myself, but I'm gonna show it to the world anyways.
Oh boy.
Can I kick this off?
Okay, go
All
ahead.
right. So I used to hate my legs.
Hmm.
Because the whole thing with like black women and beautiful legs, and all the women in my family, my mom and my sister had beautiful legs. And
Mm-hmm.
then one day I said, you know what, bitch, your legs work. you might want to like get into it.
Right.
So one day I really greased them up with like baby oil and, body butter, and took them outside with a shorter dress on. And
Okay.
I stopped at the deli, and the deli guy was like, wow, you have really beautiful legs. And I'm like, see, perception about yourself is everything.
Because what they always say, one person's trash is another man's treasure. That kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
All about perception. Whatever somebody may see something as the worst thing.
Yep.
And then that's that very thing that someone else is exactly looking for. It's a.
But I learned that is
situation.
Perception of self.
It
was what I felt initially.
Which is still fair, because we are always entitled to our feelings. We got a couple more comments before we get the next person. Kennedy Williams says, what up, Mr. Jones? He's talking to us as well. And he's also saying, what up, V? He says, what up, Ja, Ravioli? He's saying hi to everyone. He says, what up, Ruby? And he also says, what up, Percinda? And he said, what up, Chocolate, too. And also, salute to Just One Love Bill. She says, always one love for the Rantis family. Absolutely. Salute to the Rantis Union and everybody in the chat room and everybody watching and tuning in. We appreciate the commentary and we appreciate the support. We're here for it. We're here for everything. Absolutely. So, yes, let's get into some things. So today, I wanted to start off with actually, I'm not going to start off with the celebrities. No, the celebrities are too easy. But this is a thing that happens. Young Miami has been known for talking about being flued out. And being flued out is a thing that's happening nowadays. And this young lady we're about to watch was flued out to Los Angeles. And it didn't go the way that she expected the situation to go. So please take a look. 1 second. Right after this goddamn ad, because Honda will not get me. I you know what? I've spent too much money on cars and stuff in this nation. Now, this is where I can complain about advertisement, right? Because advertising is getting a little out of hand. Like, we get it. We get that y'all selling shit. But at a certain point, we want to see what we want to see, right? We want to see the fucking video. But anywho, this girl got flew out to Los Angeles. She was saying that she was talking and dating this guy for quite some time. And this was her first time going out to see him. So you guys take a look. 1 second. Bring it back.
Yo, she done flew all the way out here.
You really gonna record me?
No, I'm recording this shit. They need to know.
You really gonna record me?
No, I need to know. I done flew her all the way out to LA. She won't give me no cheeks. We been FaceTiming. Come on, we been FaceTiming every day.
I don't give a fuck.
We been FaceTiming every day.
And you really taking me all the way back to the fucking airport? You really taking me back to the airport?
Yes, you going to the fucking airport. Yes, you going.
And you taking me back to the airport because of what? Tell me why.
Give me no cheeks.
Nigga, I'm not fucking obligated to give you no. What?
I flew you out.
Nigga, what are you talking about? Nigga, you're lame as fuck. No, you're lame as fuck. No, you're fucking lame. You're lame. Just take me to the fucking airport. Just get me there. Just get me there.
Walk around my crib, titties out, stuff like that, taking showers in my shower.
Nigga, it's my body. What are you talking about?
I don't care. You can't.
I don't have to give you my coochie. Are you okay?
No,
I don't have to give you my coochie.
Laying in my bed? No. You want to get dropped off.
Nigga.
At the airport.
Oh, I don't even know why the fuck I came here.
Look, she didn't want to give me no cheeks.
Nigga, get the fuck out of here. Stop recording me.
She didn't want to give me no cheeks.
Stop recording me, nigga.
Don't fly her out.
Give me the phone.
Watch out. Don't take my phone.
Stop recording me.
No. Don't fly her out. Look, don't fly her out.
Bruh, you...
She ain't talking about no cheeks. I've been FaceTiming her.
This is my cheeks, nigga. This is my ass and my coochie. What are you talking about?
For 2 months.
I don't have to give you, nigga. Just get me there. I don't care, nigga. I don't care about none of that shit. I don't care about none of that shit.
My meat out on FaceTime. She can flirting and stuff. You want a free trip? You
wanted to whip your wiener out, nigga. I ain't asked you to put it in the fucking camera.
Okay, I'm about to whip over here and drop your ass up too.
Whatever, nigga. Just get me there. I don't even know why the fuck I came here. I don't even know why I came here.
I don't know why you came either.
You're a lame ass nigga. You're a lame ass nigga. You a lame ass nigga.
As y'all can see how this has started. I don't even know if we have to keep going. But for me, it's the grand finale for me. So let's get to let's get to the good stuff, because they finally arrived. Thank God, even though he was on his cell phone, because I want to drag both of them. But I got a single question to ask y'all, and y'all can, we can go. And so they finally get to the airport. And this is where he's in.
Just make sure you give me my fucking confirmation number.
What? Ain't no confirmation number.
What you mean?
Ain't no confirmation of my cancel the flight. I cancel the flight. Buy your own ticket. You been trying to come on the cheeks? Nah. It's your bag. I ain't in your bag. Here, your bag right there.
I came here with nothing. Are you serious?
I'm cool. Yo, I'm dead serious. You ain't want to give me no cheeks? You got a deal.
Nigga, you're lame as fuck. Because you can't get no pussy.
I'm saying you gotta go. You gotta go. I'm not paying for your ticket. I'm not paying for none of that shit.
I don't care about none of that shit. You're lame as fuck.
Hey.
You can't get no pussy.
All right. Buy your own ticket. Buy your own ticket. Buy your own ticket. She got to buy her own ticket now. Fly yourself out. I done flew her ass out and she won't give me no cheeks. You feel me? I done flew her out. I paid the money to get her what? Lights is hot. She don't call no cheeks.
I'm sorry.
Girl,
That is just it's just so it's all over the place.
it's so many things.
Because I'm mad.
Tell the security guard.
Right.
That's bothering the lady who's working it. She is just trying to finish her shift.
She got nothing to do with none of this. She just
Okay, I have a question though. Why do y'all think she didn't fuck him?
she didn't want to.
Do you think it was him, or do you think
I don't
do you
care
think it was
what
something that
the
he
reason-
did, or she just didn't want to do it at all?
I mean, y'all will let y'all go first because she tickles me. I just gonna start there. She makes me laugh. I'm
Well,
sorry.
What do you think, Ruby? What do you think? What she said she was talking to him, that he was talking to her. I'm trying to look at it from his perspective, right? I'm trying to stand behind the man, right? I'm trying.
Not me. Go ahead.
No, but
Well,
I try to see both sides, right? So
talking.
Ruby, huh?
so they're talking like this isn't a transaction. This is not
Right. They're just talking, like getting to know
This
each
isn't
other, like
business.
right. No, not
So he's
business.
fucking
Not
her out.
business.
Then you're trying to hang out with each other. You don't owe anybody sex. The only time you might is if you're like, this is a business deal or for some kind of work, which that's fine. People do that all the time. But there's no fucking man is ever gonna expect me to have sex with him ever, unless you're fully paying for everything. And it didn't seem like he was doing that. So no, he was rubbing her the wrong way. She doesn't owe him anything.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that.
Yeah,
And
he sounds
the only reason why I felt two kinds of ways, right? With this situation with the gentleman, I felt like they were both in the wrong. And
Me
here's
too.
why. Simply because he's in the wrong, because if you really want to buy pussy, like, you could just go do that. You can go buy some pussy. The pussy's out there, like it would be just as transactional as you want. You have somebody come to you, they do what you need, and you go about your business. But no, you decided to engage with the female, get to know her, and you thought that your one-liners or your smooth suave self was gonna get you in the drawer. Sometimes dudes have to learn to take the L, or you have to sometimes realize where your character is getting checked. You clearly didn't talk the bitch out her panties. You just didn't. Whatever you did, you fucked that up. Now you flew her out. She probably did have intentions on giving you pussy. Because for me, my perspective is this: if there's going to be a situation where, like a female is going to fly to another state to meet with someone, especially when it's not transactional, there's some type of feeling there. There's some type of connection there. Now, I'm not saying that that's guaranteed that she's going to give somebody pussy. No, that's never an obligation. But the probability of that happening to me seems heightened because she made that effort to come to you. She made that effort to, to come and see him. So I think it was something that he said or did throughout the course of that time that fucked with her, and she was like, I'm not gonna fuck you. Like, I'm not, I'll chill with you. I could be cordial with you, but I'm not going to have sex with you. That's probably what she said in her mind. But as women do, we play it off, we keep it cool, you know what I'm saying? And we managed to get through situations. But I guess he wasn't having it. He wanted to call it out. Because most niggas, dudes, they'll realize, like, hey, okay, this girl ain't trying to fuck me. I tried. This girl ain't trying to fuck me. All right. I'm gonna drop off at the airport, let her go on about my business. I might never talk to her again. I might never see her again. No, this dude was butthurt. He was like, you ain't give me no pussy.
He was hurt.
My God.
He was hurt. He probably started to accumulate feelings for her. I guess they was talking for 2 months every single day. And like he said, she was leading him on. You know what I'm saying? She was showing him what she was working with. Like, when I get out there, you know, I'm gonna give you some of this. He was showing her, so they was both ready. Well, he was ready for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
She manipulated him to come out, to fly her out. She probably really wanted to see somebody else in the first place. So
Okay, that is,
No.
I thought about that too. I thought like maybe she planned to. She had a couple stops in Los Angeles, and it you know, it didn't work out in his or her favor. Okay.
Well, that's,
Okay.
guys are just, they get mad at us when they're stupid, and I'm like, it's not our fault that you're fucking stupid.
Yeah,
Right.
you
You're
talk
gonna
yourself
fly
out of it.
somebody out. They barely know each other, you know. And I'm like, if you're gonna go through the effort, then that's lost money. Don't count. You're not investing in something. You're taking a chance.
Yeah. Yes.
And guys don't understand that shit. This is like when guys take girls on dates and they're like, "Oh, you didn't put out," and it's like,
For food, like
For chicken,
yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
For
Red Lobster
chicken.
wasn't fucking cutting it.
right.
for a chicken dinner.
Or like, yeah, guys are just, I don't know. That's like really, that's little dick energy for sure.
Absolutely. So, Priscinda, why do you think she didn't give up any cheeks? Like, why do you think
Okay.
he didn't get no pussy?
First of all, she cracks me up. Just period. End of story. Like, just the way she called him lame. So on her part, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sally used to say, "Don't let your ass write a check that your body can't cash." I hate this word, but I'm gonna say it in this instance. You've been flued out. You know he's expecting something.
Mm-hmm.
He's expecting something, right? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. My dude, you didn't get it. End of story. There has to be some local cheeks that you could have paid to do whatever it is that you wanted from her. You could have got that locally.
Yeah.
I don't know what different shit you thought you was gonna have flued in for you, but it didn't happen. I don't think she went there to see anyone else. I think that something about him just gave her the no signal. And men, whether you like it or not, we have the right to always say no.
Mm-hmm.
We always have the right to say no. I know y'all don't like the way shit is like happening right now. You know, you all don't like the term toxic male, but we don't owe you shit.
Amen.
I don't have to spread my legs because you bought me a chicken dinner. I really don't. She was not obligated to do a damn thing with you, sir. You flew her out, and you really should have given her her confirmation to go back home. Because
Yeah, real men would have done that.
I think based on that, no one should ever fuck you again.
Oh yeah.
Because you're cheap and tacky. You're cheap and tacky. No one,
Yeah.
ladies, don't fuck him. Just don't.
Yeah, I do. And one more question before we move to the next video. But I do want to also, one thing, hold before I ask this question. I do want to hold her feet to the fire just a little bit as well. I do want females to be mindful of the connections that they're making and the impressions sometimes that they could leave on dudes. Like,
Well,
not
that's
saying
why
that we can
I
control.
said-
Yeah,
That's why I said don't let your ass write a check that your body can't cash.
yeah, because that's what she
Like,
did.
that's
She
just
went
on the
there
real.
thinking, right? She went there, and this is another thing. She went there thinking her personality and shit like that was enough.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, he's like, no, I brought you here for ass. Like, I brought you here for pussy. And she's
Don't
thinking
let
like,
your ass
oh,
write a
I
check your
thought
body
just
can't
me
cash.
is good. But no, I have a question for all of you ladies. If you were the TSA employee who had to witness this at the airport, what advice would you give to him if he walked up to you during your shift?
Nigga, get back in your car and move it. I got traffic to move. I got cars to get out of the way. You're the last thing I want to do. I'm getting off in 15 minutes. I don't have time for this.
Oh my God.
Am I right or wrong, ladies?
Absolutely. Chocolate, what advice if you were the TSA employee at the airport, you had to witness this and he came up to you talking, what advice would you give him in that moment?
I'd have said, baby, you should have kept that to yourself.
Mm.
Now go on. Get on out the way.
She said "Nagon." That says it all right
Get out
there.
the way.
Nagon.
Oh my God. And Ruby, if you were the TSA employee at the airport, what are you telling this man?
They wouldn't. I would say they don't pay me enough to do this. That's not my
Right.
job. Sorry.
You know what?
Don't be
I
giving
respect
advice
that.
to anybody. It's not going to be free.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually with all three of y'all. I'm with all three of y'all, but honestly, I probably would have tried to. He probably wouldn't have gotten a chance to talk to me because I would have seen the commotion and started like looking the other way, or I probably would have found something else to do. Like I would have found someone else to help. Like I would have been like, "Oh, ma'am, do you need directions?"
Yeah.
Like I would have just been like offering like my assistance to someone else because I would have like, because for me, usually anytime I've ever worked and I've seen any kind of commotion. If it has nothing to do with me, I want it to stay that way, that it has nothing to do with me. Because all I want to do is do my shift and take my ass home.
Ask, don't tell.
Exactly. Ask, don't tell. Oh my God. We have a couple of comments coming in right now. Shout out to Destiny Hayes, new listener. Salute to her. She says that he needs his horny ass whooped. Absolutely. He definitely needs his horny ass whooped. Kennedy Williams says that nigga was flying in a problem. They both the problem. I agree.
Well,
And he says, I have the right to say no. If I don't want to pay for shit, I have the right to say no.
and you
But if
do,
I
sir.
do that, I ain't shit. Bitch, you ain't shit. Yeah.
Well, and you're right, Kennedy.
Kennedy, I can't argue with you. You're in your own right. You're right. In your own right. You are right. Champy says he should lose 2 inches off the situation. Oh my God.
Oh,
And shout out to the Rancher's Troll page. Rancher's Troll says a real bitch gonna pay to fuck a real nigga simple. A real bitch gonna pay to fuck a real. We were paying for
wait,
this.
what?
No. I wish I had my boo button.
Well, I'll do it for you. Boo!
Can't fuck. Boo! Right. Or ew. That shit too. All that.
Get all close.
Exactly. Ugh. But Champagne, right? Champagne says he was lacking BDE and it showed. Yes. Yes. Who said little dick energy? Somebody said little dick energy. But yeah.
Yeah.
Little dick energy. Yeah, that's definitely. And Rancher's Troll says pussy way cheaper than a flight. Yeah, he could have paid for some pussy in LA. He could have.
And we all agreed on that one.
Yeah. Yeah, and
Right.
I agree. Like, don't when there's women who are not in an industry or she's not doing sex work or anything like that, why try to put something on someone where that's not where they're at, you know? And even that's, and you know, guys are so backwards. They'll try to get free pussy from women who are doing sex work, and then you're trying to, you know, then you got it in the other realm. You're paying for women to do something, and she's not trying to fuck you for free. She's not trying to fuck you for money. She's trying to fuck you because she love you. Like they always get it sometimes intertwined. I feel like sometimes guys, they don't really see it that well. Champy says she ain't want to fuck because he tried to take her to Applebee's. Oh my God.
That would do it for me.
Applebee's would do it for me. And Champy says
up completely.
Right. And this is where I want to drag her a little bit too. Champy says, so now she don't have any money to get home. Sis, you're always supposed to have your own bread no matter what.
Hello.
Yes. Salute to the lesson that my father told me, always be able to take care of yourself.
Hello.
You never go anywhere that you can't bring yourself back from, or you don't have the funds to get to and from without anyone.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself primarily. The fact that she even
know you're not stuck anywhere.
Yeah. And you know, honestly, for me, certain situations become too tense to even be like unsafe. Like for me, if a nigga is upset, he has his cell phone in his hand trying to record me and drive. That is a first. You have to. That is a situation where you got to let me out as soon as you can.
Mm-hmm.
You need to, because you're already upset.
Yeah, I gotta go.
You're not focused on the road one, so you're not focused on anybody's safety. And no, this is too many things in the pot for it to, you know, go crazy. Like
I am not going to end up headless on the highway. Let me out of here.
because you was in your feelings, right? And a salute to Jar Logic. He says, salute panel rent room and salute to the special and salute to the nipple. What nipple?
Oh,
what nipple?
I had to look down. Like, is it me,
Me
again?
too. Me too. Oh my God.
Like,
maybe
is
he
it
was
me
talking
again?
about the young lady in the video. I don't remember what she was having on. Destiny Hayes says he was acting like a child at the end of the day and on her end. Girl, quit jumping. on any and every man who jumps in the DMs. It's
Yep.
scary weird right now in these white folk streets. Yeah, and black folk streets too. It's scary
In the
everywhere.
streets,
In the
period.
streets, period. It is
In
scary.
these streets.
Yes. Salute to Shy Watts Pops. He says salute. And so yeah, so in this next video that I have, it was actually not too bad of a video, but you know what? I think that would be a funny thing. That would be next. This is funny. So this is a lady who was at the gas station, and she didn't get her change thrown in her hand correctly. So I guess for me, in my perspective, there was a young lady who was at work that day who thought she was being pretty, who ended up not looking so cute at the end of the video. So this is a very, very short clip, and I have a quick question to ask you guys just to get your perspective on it, because when it comes to Black or African American people, they have a thing about change being put in their hand. I don't know about how other races require that, but I feel like most people want that because that shows a sign of respect. But let's take a look. Hold on 1 second.
I will be before your ass. I will. I will. I will. What's the store number? Just give me my change, bitch. I ain't got time for this. I ain't got time for it. I ain't got time for it, honey. I done had better people. Thank you. Bitch, throw my money. Throw my money. Hand me my goddamn money in my hand. I didn't throw it to you. Hand me my money. Hand me my money in my hand, bitch. You don't throw no money in me. Hand me my money. I didn't throw it at you. Don't throw it at me. Don't throw it at me. Don't throw it at me, bitch. Y'all have your job. Fuck you, dog. Fuck you.
Oh, that's assault.
All right. Whew. I don't know if you guys that was pretty intense. Now, whew. I've heard the term from a lot of people, especially people in my family. I give you something, you put that back in my hand. You put it in my hand. Priscinda, please.
First of all,
but I have the question to ask though, right?
Go ahead.
Did the worker try to give her the money respectfully?
No.
And did she deserve to get coffee thrown on her?
Well, that's the offshoot of what happened. But let me say this. When Auntie show up and you hear her say, hand me my goddamn change, please know who you are dealing with. And yes, I have only seen this issue in the Black community. We have an issue with the way we are handed, anything, our change in particular. If we hand it to you one way, you hand it to me another way. I will make this a bit personal. So I was in the South shopping at Walmart. I gave the girl my money. She leaned in close and said, here's your change, all right? Okay, bitch. I'm handicapped, not mentally challenged. So I took the change in my hand and I said, thank you very much. Because we going to all be mentally challenged today, bitch. Because you don't do that to Black women. We don't handle that kind of thing well. Especially Auntie. She got on her jogging suit. She got her wig on. She is not here for the bullshit. I'm done.
Yeah, Chocolate. I have to ask, right? Did the worker try to respectfully give her change? And did she deserve to get coffee thrown on her?
Well, I don't think she deserved to get coffee thrown on her. But as far as like giving her money back respectfully, no. Like Priscinda said, if I hand it to you in your hand, when I hand you my 20 or my 10 or even my 1, and then if I get 50 cents back or if I get a penny back, I want you to hand it back to me the way that I gave it to you. So that's just showing respect. So when you don't do that, you just throw my change on the counter. That shows you the type of respect that you have for me, which is none.
Right.
Yeah. And if I'm a patron trying to come in, it's something. But Ruby, what do you think about this? Like, did you think she tried to give it to her respectfully? Or and also, do you think she deserved to get coffee thrown on her?
I mean, we didn't see what happened right before, so I don't know if she tried to give it to her in her hand, the money, but I'm gonna guess not. And I don't think she should have gotten coffee thrown at her, but you know, when you get backed into a corner, if you feel disrespected or somebody is like treating you poorly, you don't really know how you're going to react in that situation. We can all say like, oh yeah, I wouldn't do that. I don't know. I've done some crazy shit and I'm like, oh, I just see red, because you know, someone just triggers you, and so I'm not going to falter for that either. But I also think it's probably not the best idea to be throwing coffee at anybody, really.
I agree with that completely. Now, for me, I'm not even going to lie. Like, I'm torn in this moment because I've worked in customer service. Priscilla knows the many jobs.
Me too.
as probably as well as all of us on this platform. I truly feel that she tried to give it to her respectfully. Because if you see, there's a moment she takes the lady, she takes the money out, she hands it to her, but because Auntie is in her purse and she's looking for some, she's looking down, she doesn't notice that the girl's trying to hand her the money. And then so I guess, but the girl realized that the lady not paying attention, so that's when she threw it. And then all of the the auntie's not paying attention. The auntie's just in her purse, and she didn't even see anything that happened before. All auntie just looks up and she just sees money thrown at her. That's all.
Listen.
And guess what? She don't like that. So it's all bets off at that point, right?
Listen, you know, my first job was in retail, right? I worked at Macy's. When you're dealing with
I worked at Macy's too, yeah,
right?
That's
when
Macy's.
You're dealing with aunties and them, right? When you see them digging in their purse, you respectfully wait.
No, sometimes, Priscilla, I have to say this though. We all worked in customer service, and there's always that customer that will try you just because they may have their own day. And so for me, I am always in the space of you give what you get as well. Like, I'm going to be nice to you up until I feel disrespected, up until you disrespect me. And guess what? Respectful customers, you get your money in your hand. I am giving, but I think the thing was, if that girl would have sat there and took the money, she was like, she would have placed it on the counter, like, okay, here you go, here's your change, or like, you know, just moved it up to her, or whatever the case may be. I don't think Auntie would have been that upset. But I think, like I said, she was in her bag, and all she seen was money. Just,
I mean, I'm just gonna say this last thing, right? Yeah. And then we can move on. Yeah. In defense of Auntie, when I see certain things, I already know how I have to deal with this person. When you see a jogging suit and a wig, and she is a certain age, you know, whether no matter what color they are, but most certainly when they are Black.
Yeah.
All Black women, they done been through some shit. Let's just go ahead and let her go home with her day nicely. I'm just going to hold that change, wait for her to finish digging in her bag.
Yeah.
Because I already know what this will be.
Yeah.
I know what this will be.
It's
you know,
be a situation.
So I'm just going to go ahead, because I'm not trying to have my day be crazy either. You know what you get in. She got a jogging suit and a wig. Come on now.
Yeah, you know what? So I didn't pay that close attention to detail. So I didn't see the lady was about to hand her money. But in case she didn't, then that was my answer. But because she did try to. So yeah, if she tried to, then we as Black women, right? We have to stop with you already know how she's gonna act. You know what I'm saying? We got to turn that around so we can surprise somebody for once in a while. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do agree with that.
They know exactly how we gonna react to something.
And now, like, for me, the only thing I think about also, if with that, like, I get it, she threw the coffee on her. Now, God forbid that now she comes out.
I don't agree with that.
The police, and the police show up, and then now she's no longer here because she threw some coffee. You know,
I don't agree. I don't agree with her throwing the coffee, because I don't know what state they're in, but just as a disclaimer,
that could be like a crime, right?
That is considered assault.
Yeah,
that's considered assault with a potentially deadly weapon in New York, and you can get arrested. So there you go, Nana. Unless you done time before and you good with it. Girl,
I have to figure this out. Let me get to a couple of comments before we get to the next video. Kennedy says, "What's love got to do with it? Oh, his money wasn't right to fuck." Oh, he's talking about the business transaction beforehand. Oh my God, Eargasm. Salute to Eargasm. He says, "Peace to the divine feminines. Peace to you, Eargasm." Also, Destiny Hayes says it becomes a problem when it's intentionally done. Ain't nobody crazy. Okay, I see that. I see that. Kennedy Williams also says she look and sound like she walk around with a dildo on and she left her ass at home. Bitch ain't got no girls. I think Kennedy is still fucked up about the bitch that was in
I think so too.
LA. I think so. Destiny Hayes says Auntie is older and black. Okay, the reaction itself was just a reflex. I do think the coffee was a reflex. I agree with that. She says also, but as a cashier, the customer is always right, and you never do anything to make the customer upset.
Well, that depends where you're at too, because I worked
absolutely. This is
in
very
San
true.
Francisco.
Customer, and as a customer, I want to be right too. Let me be right as a customer, please. Just let me. I'm in here. I'm only gonna be here for a little bit of a minute. You got a whole shift. Just let me be right, even if I'm wrong, because I'm a customer.
Yeah. To an extent.
Yes, but no, I'm not gonna willingly be wrong. But if I just happen to be wrong and I don't know I'm wrong, just let me be the customer. Like until I will leave. I promise you. I promise.
Let me be the customer.
Let me be the customer. Candace Williams says black women are 90% more likely to get fucked up in a situation because the attitude is always there. So when y'all get that work and it don't go y'all way, somebody racist, stop it. I agree. You can't call racism if you doing wild crazy shit. Like that's whew. Ooh. But yes, it is what it is. Oh my god. So this next video that I have, it is going around. A lot of people have seen this story in regards to the model, adult video model and actress. She did a couple films and stuff like that. Cubana Lust. I am very shocked about this video because she is now only 38 years old, and some people are saying that she looks as if she could be possibly 60. So in the spirit of pretty hurting and pretty just being a time period where, well, us living in a time period where being pretty is something that women, rely on for, most, if not all of their lives sometimes. So this is a video that's showing her and her life that she lives now. It was saying that she had some mugshots and she was supposed to be living in Fort Lauderdale, and she was now I guess what they call squatting at different people's homes. So this is her living arrangement. So I wanted to get your perspective on this in just a second.
So she ran off and we didn't see her in the property. So she's got some issues. So that should give.
So yes. So basically this was one of the small clips where it actually showed the living situation. He was an owner of one of these apartments, and basically he was, I guess, looking to try to arrest her, but a lot of people have said allegedly that she has been on drugs throughout the years, and that this has been a new story that a lot of people were surprised to hear about. All of the guys are on the internet talking about how she jerked him off and stuff like that. So I was gonna ask you ladies, this is difficult. How does a woman know when she's lost her touch? How does a woman know when she's lost her influence?
In what regard though? I don't understand.
In regards to the male species, because the only reason, well, I guess just anybody being attracted to anybody, because I didn't even really know how to word this because I just wrote down lost her touch because that's all I could think about when people show the pictures and stuff like that and the responses that people are saying. Because back in the day, she was in so many different music videos around a lot of different rappers, she was around, I guess what they say, a lot of high profile people. And now she's on the streets looking as if she, is a crackhead, or what they would say a drug addict, or someone who has had problems with drugs. So when they usually say people have gotten to these points in their life, they say that these people, they lost their touch, or they don't have it like that no more. Like,
okay, I get it now.
Right. So that was what I was referring to exactly. Like, because some women are just going through life, and even when they get to certain stages where to others they don't appear well, or they don't seem like they're looking at their best, how do the women themselves learn or figure out how they've lost their touch? In what ways do they become aware about that? Because this lady, she had to find this out by being viral. I'm sure she's somewhere now looking at all her stories and probably trying to figure out a game plan so she can come back. And I hope she does, because I'm all for that.
I mean, if she has gotten to the point where she's that destitute, I'm imagining that, there probably is some, drug use involved.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say this to the young sisters out there: don't ever rely on your looks only. Beauty is going to fade, it will fade. And then you have to figure out who you are as a person as you go along in your evolution. You know, you're not, when you look back, if you're 35 now, I'm going to say between 30 and 35. If you look back at your pictures when you were 18 and 19, you're going to kind of have like a wow moment, like, oh shit, And so you have to be good with every evolution that you go through. If you are a beautiful woman, and when I say beautiful woman, I'm talking about everything that exudes from you, because that's how you retain your looks.
Yeah.
Not by anything you do cosmetically, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's everything you are internally.
Yeah.
So, you can't just rely on looks alone. It will fade. And then you're stuck with whoever the fuck you are at that point. You're stuck with that. So you better hope and pray that you feel good about yourself all along the way.
Yeah. Yeah. Chocolate, what do you think about that? How do women know when they've lost their touch, and how could they come back? Or do you think it's possible that they can come back from losing their touch?
I feel like they can come back. I think women know for sure they lose their touch, or they start being out of touch with themselves once they start hiding from, like, trying to hide from themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, they hiding from their families. They start going to see their family less and less. They start, just like her. Where is she? She's in a bando somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Meaning she's by herself. She might have maybe one person come over there with her every now and again, two people, but it's people in similar situations like her. So they all looking at each other. They think that they're normal. You know what I'm saying? But they're not. So I feel like women, once they start like hiding from themselves, and once, I think they can come back once they're able to take constructive criticism, like, hey, check yourself, baby. You're not taking very good care of yourself. It's time to start taking care of yourself. If you on drugs, get off the drugs. Or people got to start changing their eating habits and stuff like that, and just start loving on themselves.
Yeah, you
Love
coming
will,
apart.
like she said, it's from the inside. You know what I'm saying? Love will surpass all the, if a lady got one eye, you know what I'm saying, the love that she has, she's still a beautiful woman. Yes. So you gotta love yourself.
Yeah, I respect that. I do.
That's really what it comes down to,
Yeah. And honestly, like, when I think about this type of situation with a woman losing her touch, honestly, Cubana, when I look at this, I say to myself, like, women should always try to remember themselves in their most happiest moment, because at least when you go back to those happy moments, that's something that you can hold on to, that is a part of yourself that you could use to build yourself up to where you are in today's present day and age. I feel like they always say when women lose touch, sometimes I feel like it just coincides with women losing themselves. Like, I don't feel like she's too far from that girl that she was once in that picture. It's just where what she has done with her life has made her body change. It has made her, structures change. It has made, all of these things come out in her physical that are not as appealing. I just want to also say this. The only reason why I thought that this is a story to talk about, because I was surprised at her age. She's only 30 years old. I never knew how old she was. I just always assumed, I thought about all of the women who were out at that time, like Melissa Ford and all of those ladies. Like, I just always assumed like they were, maybe like mid 40s, 50s. Like, that's what I just had in my mind. I don't know why. I was younger at the time, but when I found out that she was 38, it disappointed me, because I said that has to be drugs, that has to be something else, because this is not just, somebody can grow older and look different. I do want men to know that there's a lot of men who, as soon as a woman gets older, she could still look good, but just because she doesn't look the same they want to say something about her, and that's not what I want to happen. But when I found out that this woman is 38, I'm like, this is not even just like, oh, she's older, she obviously is not going to look the same way she did when she was 18. It's not even just that. So for me, it really struck a chord, because there's a lot of females who've been in the industries in different ways. And even for me, I'm trying to age backwards. I'm trying my best. I'm drinking water. Hey, this is water right here.
Listen, usually when it comes to black women, we do age backwards. Like, yeah, we're
True.
beautiful when we're younger, right? And our teenagers, we're good. You know, we got our little acne stages and stuff like that. Young adults, 18 to 21, you got a nice glow. But once you hit your 30s, baby, the
Dang.
beauty that you have as a grown woman, you know what I'm saying? Your 40s,
Yes.
once you hit your 40s, once you hit your 50s, black women do age backwards. So it is sad when you see a young, beautiful black woman lose touch with herself and let herself go. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
May
And
I,
stop taking care of herself. And then that way she's aging faster to where they saying she's looking like she's 60 years old.
may I also add this too, because you don't want to leave this part out.
Mm-hmm.
Her working in the industry that she did as, a model and being in all of these, videos, that is a very short shelf life. Because I'm telling you, by the time they know that you are 25, they really feel like they should just push you out the door, because here comes somebody 18. So if you're not really solid in who you are and you're being pushed out the door at 25, that probably had a horrible effect on her. That industry is a harsh industry, and it is an extremely judgmental industry. So obviously this poor girl, didn't hold on to who she is, or like never had it. I talk to so many women who are not, who don't have self-esteem. They look like they do. They look like they're setting it off, but really deep down they don't. And that will decide where you will go from there. So, God bless her. I really do hope that things turn around for her, because this is sad. This is a sad story. I can't hear you, V.
I was just saying, it's just so sad thinking about all of the people that she was connected to at that time, and like, and now it's beyond just her look. She's squatting and for shelter,
I mean, she's lost herself completely.
Yeah. So for me, I always like, and that's why I've always been so focused on like making sure I take care of myself, making sure I secure whatever I need to for myself. Because a nigga can only sell you hopes and dreams if you allow him to. And unfortunately, sometimes women get caught up in situations with men by just having hope and believing in men, or standing by them, or trying to be a supportive person that we are. We end up not pouring into ourselves and losing more of ourselves than gaining, and
Yeah.
becoming better in life and stuff like that. But holy shit, let's get to some of these comments. Destiny Hayes says, oh my god, that's what I came for. Destiny Hayes says, I hate she has to go through this. Honestly, her eyes tell so much. Ooh.
Yeah.
What do you think her eyes are saying?
She's lost in there. She's not in there anymore. Her eyes are dead. She's no longer in there.
Oh my god. And she says she needs real genuine love. Shout out to Showtime. He says she needs Betty Ford Clinic and God. I would agree with that. I would agree, definitely. Drance's Troll says, y'all booed me like y'all never paid for the dick good enough. Y'all digging. We're not paying for dick. Absolutely not. I don't know. I that's, you have to find another place to be at. This is not, I mean, I don't know.
No, we're not.
Moving
on.
I know I'm not, but
we're not. Moving on.
We're all not.
No, we're not.
Yes. OGK Network says, when black women do crack, then your black will crack. Meaning that it's not happening. Black is not cracking. That's what's not happening. Geologic and Friends says the customer is always right. Okay, I can see that. And then also we have another comment from Destiny. She says she needs a hot shower, food, and to be uplifted. She is more shame than anything, it seems. Ooh. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. And sometimes with the shame, it just becomes something that is very, very hard for people to get back on. But this is another young lady where I feel like Pretty started to hurt for this young lady. She seemed like she was gorgeous in the face, at least. She here's another young lady who was there we go. But yes. Also, Shampy says looking for a love in all the wrong places. Absolutely. That will do it to you. Looking for love in all the wrong places. But this is a video of this lady who, an IG model who has been going viral. Her name is Gina too. And she said this herself. She says that she has contracted the AIDS virus, not HIV. And she is living with it, dealing with it, and trying to go through recovery to heal herself. But she has a little bit of a testimonial here that I
Gina
wanted to
tell
look
before
at.
she found out she contracted AIDS.
Need you to get away, get the fuck away. Get the fuck away. Yeah.
Hi guys, so I know you guys have been waiting to hear back about my CD4 count blood results, and unfortunately we had misinformation from the hospital that my CD4 count was 137. So I was expecting 200 to 300 for my results, but apparently I had a 40 to a 47 CD4 count. So now my results are only at 112. So it's not what I wanted, but it's just progress in there somewhere. It sucks. Oh, he's telling me that I have CMV in both eyes. Some of you that were asking, yes, the medication I was taking for my AIDS had some warnings of vision loss and stuff. So yes, I am blind in this eye, and my vision got really bad here. But hey, we're doing the best we can, staying on top of everything.
So yes, I couldn't even find where I can find the original clip. Oh, here it goes. 1 second, I'm sorry. All right, we're not here for that. That's not what we're here for. Absolutely not. But there was a clip. The original clip that I was really trying to get was the one where she said that she had not gotten tested from the past 8 to 10 years. And I was gonna ask you why do you think that she didn't get tested? And also, do you guys think that there are celebrities who know they have it and are not saying anything?
I think she didn't get tested because I think she was in denial about her, behavior. And that is not a judgment call, right? Mm-hmm. This is no slut shaming, right? Mm-hmm. But I think she was just in denial about, how she was living her life. Because any of us that have been around for like the last, I want to say 30 years, we get tested, whether you're in the industry or not. So you should get tested regularly, especially if, and I'm going to say this to the men, because y'all are the last ones to go to the doctor, but you're always sticking your penis somewhere. All right. So everybody should be getting tested. Everybody should on a regular. And this is kind of personal to me because if you never had to support a loved one that is battling AIDS, you have no idea how traumatic it is. You have no idea what they go through with their health on a regular basis. They lose body function. Mm-hmm. Like just lose body function. Period.
She has viral videos of her now where they're showing her trying to walk and stuff like that.
No, I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about you will literally just make boo-boo and you'll just pee on yourself. You lose your eyesight. Yeah. Your limbs don't work anymore. So if that's not enough reason for you to get tested on a regular basis, just to save your life, just to save your life, we were talking yesterday about how, men don't pay attention to consequences of their behavior. Yes. And I don't think we were heard very well, but luckily we have this platform. Yes. Please. You are out here doing whatever it is you're doing, sticking your penis wherever you want it. You have to get tested.
Yeah.
Because you don't know. None of us knows.
No. And honestly, and this is why I feel like for me, like even when I was in the industry, testing was so important to me. Like knowing who, and honestly, I always say this, is also beyond the testing. It is a mindset. It is the type of character of who somebody is if they're going to lay themselves on top of you. Anybody can get paperwork or doctor shit like that. And but now luckily there's applications, so you can always have somebody push it up live on their phone type shit. So which is also good. But the second thing about that is when it comes to guys, they sit there and they rely on women sometimes. The women, we go there, we face the music. Me, I'm facing music. I have to know what's going on with me. I have to know what's going on with my body, whatever I'm doing. Hey, sometimes there were time periods in my life where, and as you grow, you learn. You do things better, and you know, like what did fucking Chris Rock said? He said, I went in there, took the AIDS test, got a 65. You know, like I understand sometimes that people make decisions that aren't the best. I am not slut shaming. Okay, I'm not here to slut shaming. But I see, for me, I understand that health is more important than stupid decisions. And
let me also
sometimes you
add
gotta face your music, whatever it is.
Let me
I
also
always
add this.
Even now.
Because, like, this is an important, like, PSA.
Yes.
You can get tested today, and you could have contracted it 2 to 5 to 10 years before. You can be a carrier. That's the thing that people don't understand
and
about
undetected
HIV
and stuff like that.
AIDS education. You can be a carrier and never get full-blown AIDS, but you can give it to someone else. So don't rely on the fact that, well, at least thank God, I tested negative today. Yeah. That has nothing to do with what you did 5 years ago. And that goes for all of us. No shame on anybody, but that's just the truth.
Yeah.
That's just the truth of it.
Yeah.
And none of us likes it.
And that's why for me, the only thing when I say about testing is like, it's one area where I feel like people can be held accountable. That's one place where like you can't change the decisions that was made prior to, but hey, you facing whatever music that shows up, whatever on your paper, and you take that home with you and you figure it out, or nothing shows up on your paper and you decide to make smarter decisions. Like for me, I knew that because I was doing different things and taking care of myself in different ways, I was saying to myself like, whew, God has given me chances. I have to take this and run with it.
Like, thank God.
If I am in a good place, health, and my sexual health is up to par, even in my personal life. Now we can't play with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause not, and unfortunately, not everybody gets a second chance.
No, you don't.
Not everybody gets a chance to, be STD free or to never have STDs or anything like that. Not everybody does the same thing. There's people who have unprotected sex every single day.
And
everybody's situation happens different.
75% of New Yorkers have an STD of some sort. 75%.
They do say that.
So, and I'm telling you, having to take care of a loved one that has full-blown AIDS, I'm here to tell you, it's a horror show. Yeah. It's a horror show.
Let's normalize getting tested before new sexual partners every single time. Because it's very important to know your status, everyone. You want to know your status. You want to protect yourself, and also you want to protect others. So like when I was out prostituting, right, my tricks would always be like, can I pay you more to take the condom off, right?
Hell no,
tell them,
we won't go.
No, you know why? Because no amount of money is worth my life. And I told them, and no, I was like, that's disgusting. Like, I have to protect myself first, and also I have to protect you. So you need to think about that. Like,
and
I mess with other guys too.
So when those guys do that, you got to see them differently. You got to. I used to be like,
you guys got to definitely make smart decisions. Let's normalize, getting tested before every new sex partner. And even continually, if you are dealing with one person, that you don't know what that other person is doing.
Hello.
So continually keep checking up on yourself. It's very important, very, very important, because that can save your life.
Absolutely. You know what I love that you said, Chocolate? Let's normalize it.
Yes.
I love that you said that. Let's normalize it. Let's just make that the thing that we do.
Mm-hmm.
Let's normalize it.
And
I
you
like
know
that.
and you know what's so crazy? And this is why I guess I did become comfortable in the adult industry, because testing became it's normalized.
Mhm.
Everybody gets tested all the time. It's a routine. So even sometimes people translate that into their personal lives. Now, granted, there have been talent who've done crazy shit and hid shit and did all types of dumb shit, but the main consensus between a lot of adult people in the adult industry is testing. Testing is a regular thing. But sometimes when you leave that and you go to having personal relationships, it's a different level of testing. You're testing somebody's character. You're testing who they are. You're testing their mindset. And therefore, their mindset will either make them be a person who gets tested and is responsible with their genitals, or their mindset is going to make them be somebody else, and then people can make adjustments on how they're going to deal with that person. You know what I'm saying? Like,
can I add one more thing, V?
Mm-hmm.
I need people who judge people who do sex work. They get tested a lot more than you people that are just out here just doing it.
Yeah.
Y'all know you don't get tested. But as soon as you hear somebody does sex work, oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah. I know a lot of y'all that just are just out there just like living, I guess, what you call your best life. You do not get tested.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
I'm old as shit. I get tested every year.
Yes.
Because I'm not playing no games. I'm here for the long haul, baby.
And I Priscilla, as you learned this year, I had to graduate from I was getting so many STD tests. I was like, oh, I got to go to the regular doctor too.
Yeah.
I have to not just check for. I got to go get a regular physical. I got to make sure.
Let them look under the hood of the car.
Check my teeth. All these things, like all of these things, like self care is the best care. And
let them do all of it. Let them look under the hood of the car. Get your teeth checked.
Yep.
Get your eyes checked.
Yeah.
All of it. But most importantly, those of you that look at people in the sex industry, y'all need to get tested. I see a lot of y'all that are just really failing on that one.
Yeah.
You're failing. And that's your
And this
own
girl was
life.
not a porn star. There's no porn videos of her. It's not a porn star.
Exactly.
She is just an IG model who just got with certain people. Let me get to some.
Well, then that tells the whole story.
Yeah. Oof. And then that's oof. But Shimpi says, because she probably knew something was off and she didn't want to waste her worst fear. Yeah, 8 to 10 years is a very long time.
That's forever.
8 to 10 years? How many people is that between 8 to 10 years?
That is just some super denial. That's intense denial.
She's just like, I just kept going to the doctor. I didn't know what was wrong. And I was like, what?
I'm almost positive, knowing what I know about what this disease looks like up close and personal, I'm positive that she was having health signs that she had to be ignoring. Mm-hmm. And I get it. It had to be way too much for her to handle mentally. Yes. I get it. And I understand. It's a hard thing to face.
Yeah.
It really is. And actually, on that note, I think she's brave to even talk about it, because she's an image that you don't expect to be talking about living with AIDS. She's not an image that you expect. Mm-hmm. So I give her so many points for being brave enough to put it out there and talking about exactly what's happened to her, what day to day, what her T cell is, what her numbers are.
Yeah.
So, on that note, I give her, she has a lot of courage.
She does. But the only thing that I feel about this, and I try not to be negative in a sense, I just feel like most certain minded, like I feel like most people who have a certain mind frame, like would not go that long without being tested. And for her to just get on IG and stuff like that now at this stage in her life, for me, it seemed like clickbait at first, because I'm like, she's doing all these videos. She's like, what is she trying to do? Is she trying to send a message? But then again, when they asked her, like, how did she, contract and stuff like that, when she just was like, oh, well, like, I wasn't getting tested like I was supposed to, like, for me, I just didn't like how she glossed over that when that part is so essential to this type of situation.
I agree with that, but I think that she's doing these videos because it's cathartic.
It could be, and I respect it either way. Yeah,
because I can tell you, it's not something that people easily talk about, even amongst people that love them the most. It's not an easy thing to sit down and tell the people that are closest to you that this is what's happening.
Yeah.
So I think she's doing these videos for herself, to be honest. And I could be wrong.
Yeah, it could be that. And you know what? I wouldn't put it past that, because I was saying to myself, like, that message of just glossing over, like, oh, I didn't get tested for 8 to 10 years. Like, that for me is a wrong message to try to send to people. I feel like these videos are good, but I want her to maybe put a better message to people, to, like, and maybe the image in and of itself is a message in and of itself, because people are paying attention, and I'm sure that this video alone has gotten people to the doctor and gotten people tested.
Yep. So
I'm sure. I'm very, very sure. Also, John Logic and he says, gotta get tested for monkey herpes too. It's only herpes, and then it's monkey pox. It's two separate things.
Right.
You're saying monkey herpes. Please do not put that into the universe, Logic. We do not.
Yeah, we don't need monkey herpes on top of everything else. We don't need
monkey herpes. We don't need herpes. We don't need monkey
herpes.
We don't need monkey herpes either. Like,
don't put that out there.
This is crazy. Oh my God. Showtime. What's going on? He says she has zero excuse. Testing is widely available. We can shame her. She chose this life. Now deal with it. Oh, that's so.
We can't shame her, Showtime.
I don't want to shame her.
She's not the only person that's doing that.
I just feel like she could be anybody. Anybody who's had unprotected sex.
That's
could
how
be
I
her.
see it.
Anybody.
And that includes all of us that ever have.
Exactly.
I get she's a representation of anybody can get it. It doesn't have a specific gender. It doesn't have a specific nationality. It doesn't have a specific anything. So she is the representation that anybody can get it. You cannot shame her, because whether she took 8 years to find out she had it, or she took the very first 6 months, or however long it takes, that she still was going to have it. You know what I'm saying? And somebody still gave it to her.
Right.
So it doesn't matter.
Still out on
you know what I'm saying? That what matters is that she has it and that she's talking about it now.
Yes. Thank you, Chocolate.
Yeah, you can't shame somebody for getting HIV. You never know how they get it. She could have got it from her very first sexual partner. You just never know. You cannot.
She's only 27 years old. Also,
yeah,
so
you can't shame myself.
She's only 27 right now. So they said that she's had it for 8 to 10 years. She didn't get it. So she got it in her early 20s.
Chocolate is right. She's right. Yeah. You can't shame her for that. You don't know how. And guess what? I don't feel that she has to tell anybody how. Mm-hmm. It's not my business. Mm-hmm. I don't know how other people see it, and I respect that, but it's not my business.
Yeah. Yeah. I that's why I say I respect her for coming out and being, and being a lesson to younger people. Salute to see that. Salute that is waving. What's going on? Thank you for the memes. You give me life. You give me life. Destiny Hayes says self-love is the best love. Absolutely. Showtime says testing is normal over here. I test monthly. If you're not tested, just sit down. Absolutely. People who are not tested, please leave other people alone. Okay. Yep. If you don't want to get tested, go jerk off by yourself. Go masturbate by yourself. And let everybody else who want to, have consensual, safe sex be safe, like let those people be them. Shout out to Living Isha Reviews. He says, Peace Ranters, Smile Season Network. What's going on? Thank you for stopping in and looking and watching. Destiny Hayes says, testing is so serious, and pap smears. Oh, let's get to it. She says, I don't understand why that is not forced. Absolutely.
I don't either.
I always say this when I go to the doctors, I am a pain in the ass. Absolutely. Because I want to be tested for everything. Not whatever is cheapest, not whatever lab work you want to send out. No, I want every single thing. And like we have to also, sometimes you have to fight to get a herpes test. You have to fight for that.
Yeah.
They go, no. That's a part of the STD thing. Just because y'all don't do it often, or you don't feel like doing it. No, add that to the roster.
If the doctor asks you, what do you want to be? I want the entire panel. That's what you say. I want
entire
the
panel. Yeah, because
entire
they do say it's
panel.
different panels. Like they'll say,
Yeah,
like
no.
obviously the
I
urine
want
and then the
the
blood and then
entire panel.
yeah.
I want the entire panel.
Yeah. I just
All
wait
of
till
it.
they list all of the ones that they put on it, and if I hear anything that they miss, I'm like, oh, you missing something. If it don't look like the last list of all the tests, they got even with the HPV they test for, even BV they test for, like she said, pap smears, all those types of things too. Like it cannot also be an STD. Sometimes there are things in our bodies that throw us off, and that can be passed to other people when men are having sex with different women. So
Chlamydia, gentlemen.
yes, chlamydia, yeah, gonorrhea,
gentlemen.
crabs.
Chlamydia.
Is crabs still around?
I hope not, but I'm just saying.
I hope not either. I'm just asking.
Chlamydia is something that you can pass to the woman or women that you are sleeping with, and you can have chlamydia, which is do some dangerous things to the penis.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you want that thing to last for a lifetime,
niggas don't want the Q-tip in their dick. You don't want that. So
then you better shut your eyes, grit your teeth, and bite on the stick and deal with it.
Absolutely. See, Dot says, if I hand you the money, hand it back to me. Absolutely, absolutely. And Just One Love says, keep up all the owls: physical, dental, emotional, sexual, like financial, and mental. And then I forget
like
any.
Yay.
Absolutely.
We're all clapping for that. All the owls. Yes.
All the owls.
All
absolutely. All the owls. All the owls. And Shampoo says, monkey herpes sounds scary. See, this is what Logic has started.
Logic.
He started this. He definitely did. Just One Love says, anybody can get it, but when you put your business on social media, it gives the world their own opinions.
Well,
absolutely.
That is true.
Absolutely. She got on social media, and you know what? People do pick things apart. And I guess for one thing that stuck out to me, anything can happen to anybody, but I just couldn't miss that 8 to 10 years. Like that shit just like
V, you couldn't get over that one.
I was stuck. I had to keep rewinding it. So
V, you could not get past. You're like, what in the hell?
And she just skated over that shit. Like she skated over that bitch. I was like, oh hell
V,
no.
You were not here for that one.
Absolutely not. But ain't nobody gonna skip over 1 year around me.
Yeah, no.
8 to 10?
No.
8 to 10. Wow. And Just One Love says, and now we are here talking about it. Absolutely. And then Lily Chase says, ouch. So yes. Oh my God. Let's get one picture before we get on out of here. 1, 2, and oh my God, this has been amazing. Salute to everybody in the Ranchers Union. Salute to everybody for tuning in. We appreciate you guys, and we will see y'all later, y'all. Bye.